Tim Robnett here, and I'm so excited that today I could share with you some expanding opportunities of ministry the Lord has given to me. Years ago, I went to Stanford to be a coach, and I didn't imagine that 30 years later that I would be coaching evangelists, not football players. But that has been the journey of my life. And today I'm inviting you to be a partner with me and understand this unique vision and goals that we have to see that in every nation of the world there are evangelists that are serving the church here at the beginning of the 21st century.
Anyone who knows Tim Robnett refers to him as coach. For 16 years, he's invested in my life.
He's a coach, big-time coach. And what I love about Tim is he coaches not with his own agenda. He knows how people are made, and he tries to help them become all they can be before God, the way they're created, and that's great.
He saw my heart, he saw my passion, and he gave me the opportunity to go forward in that.
Tim has a great way of identifying your God-given gifts and encouraging you to use them.
With Tim, as a coach and a mentor, you get someone who journeys with you in every area of your life.
When people call him coach, that really hits it home right there.
There are very few people that I've met in this world, even evangelists themselves, that understand the biblical role of evangelist like Dr. Tim Robnett.
We had an opportunity to train evangelists in Nigeria, and I talked to Tim about it, and Tim really encouraged us and actually developed the first training of evangelists in Nigeria, and that year we trained 1,500 evangelists.
Because of Tim's mentorship and support and coaching, I believe that that pushed me about 10 years ahead of where I should have been in my life by this time.
The Bible describes David in 1 Samuel as a man after God's own heart, and I believe that clearly identifies and characterizes Dr. Tim Robnett as a man after God's own heart. He has mentored myself and so many others, and God has used him as a distinguished leader in America and around the world with a passion for evangelism. The way Coach has been able to mentor young evangelists like myself and others has been incredible to see thousands of people impacted for Christ around the world.
From Dr. Tim, I learned the art of mission directing and learned some of the intricacies of how to effectively serve evangelists. And then later, as I became an evangelist myself in my designated area, Tim was right there with me championing my ministry and giving credibility to the work of the evangelist. And Tim, I'll never forget that.
Yes, he encourages, yes, he equips, yes, he mentors evangelists, and all that means to be and do evangelism, but you get his heart and his life as well.
When we returned to the States after 29 years of ministry in Italy, Tim helped us establish a nonprofit to continue our efforts in Christian media overseas. His desire to follow the Lord has had enormous results. He has used his gift of getting others to work together to lead evangelistic outreaches in Europe, Africa, the Far East, and India.
Tim directed the very festival that I got saved at in 1993 in Kingston, Jamaica. Tim has been speaking into my life ever since.
When I was starting out in ministry, I attended a innovative evangelism conference put on by Next Generation Alliance. And Dr. Tim made a statement that's been at the forefront of our ministry. He said that revivals in countries have taken place when people have given a clear presentation of the gospel. And that has been just a foundation to move us forward.
He brought me to America to attend Mount Noma Biblical Seminary. As a result, today, over 3,000 children in Rwanda can get education, can get food, can get housing, just because you spent a time to coach me.
I'm a professional skateboarder, and I use skateboarding as a way to reach today's youth the good news of Jesus Christ. I remember I was about ready to get on an airplane and fly out and leave town, and I was around the Palau office at the time, and I remember he ran into me and he says, Tim, before you leave, I got something for you. And he went in his office and he pulled out a book, and it was a book that he had made. It was called Telling the Story But I remember as I was on the plane and I opened that book, I read the inscription, and he wrote, "Tim, blessings, preaching the good news." And I remember as I read the book, and I remember how it just hit my heart, it meant to me that I felt a part of a team, I felt a part of something, like somebody got me. It just felt like I had a home base, something, you know, where I grew up, where somebody sees this as legitimate, valid ministry.
There's some other quality about Tim that I don't know if many people know, and that's that he's a catalyst.
It's without saying the impact he has on evangelists. But I do believe that God is positioning this man to help in a larger scope in the entire church. And so just to pray for the right divine appointments, the connections with key church people so that this bridge can be built, because I do believe he's going to be at the forefront of that.
Tim recognizes the value of media, of faith, video, and even social media to communicate to people.
He's going to passionately be presenting proclamation evangelism on campuses, through seminars, through lectures, through networks, and he's going to do the work of the evangelist and stir the church to evangelism.
In Timothy it says of Timothy that he was like no one else. Everyone else is busy doing their own thing, but Timothy has a genuine, deep concern for you and a partner in carrying out the gospel. I can honestly say Tim is that kind of person, and if you will support him, he will help many evangelists and many people come to know a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ in this generation.
What else would you expect of a man who played football on 2 Rose Bowl teams for Stanford? He knows the value of teamwork. He knows both how to lead others and yet how to follow the Lord. He knows how to instruct and inspire his teams, and yet he knows it doesn't come easy. And most important of all, he wants you on his team if you will pray and give as God directs you.
As you have seen, the Lord is using me to identify, affirm, and equip evangelists around the world. We want this ministry to expand, and to do so, I need your help, both as a prayer partner and those who can to financially give to support this ministry, that we can touch many other evangelists, affirming them in their call, equipping them, and the effectiveness of their work with, through, and for the church in every nation of the world.